In the canon of history, which is basically, as I said, is a history book that was compiled by Confucius. In one of the chapters called The Great Plan, it lists 8 government objectives. Okay, and the Great Plan can be seen as the constitution, if you like, in modern terms. So what are these objectives? Well, they are food, commodities, religious sacrifices, Minister of Work, Minister of Education, Minister of Justice, entertainment of guests, and the army. So, what do they mean? Well, food reflects the objective of satisfying hunger. So this is also called the agricultural life. So very similar to modern society as well. Commodities is to satisfy material life by encouraging commercial and industrial activities. And as you can see, the industrial classification is much more complex and multidimensional in modern society, but the idea is also very similar. You need other material support for a more convenient life. So these two represent the whole economic life. And you can see that they were given the priority in the list. This indicates their importance in policy making. After material life is satisfied, religious worship begins. And then the minister works to improve physical environment, Minister of Education to develop intellectual and moral power, Minister of Justice to make sure law is enforced, and the life of a polite society is then developed before the whole society is kept in peace. So the order of this list tells us that without the basic sufficient economic life in terms of material support and food, there is no way to talk about other aspect of economic life. For example, the advancement in the intellectual power, such as learning to be a good person in terms of education, or mental life, such as religious worship and things like that. So you can see that the list tells us the relative importance of all these government tasks. Okay, so economic life comes first. You have to provide people with the, at least the basic life support in terms of food and material support. And then we can talk about mental life, right? Religious worship, education, intellectual and moral power, and so on.